Hey, so today I'm going to be showing you and future Stephanie how I made this first attempt at my wedding look. I want to be able to recreate it if I like it, and I also want to hear criticisms from you guys or ways that you think that I could improve it, because like I said, this is my first attempt and I want it to be perfect by the wedding day. So I guess let's get into it. So I'm going to try and go for like a really glowy look for my wedding. So first I'm going to, before I do anything else, I'm going to apply some of this Maybelline Color Tattoo Metal 24-hour eyeshadow. But I'm going to apply it to my cheeks, and then I'm going to go over it with the foundation and see how that looks. And I'm also going to go up a little bit and I'm going to do the other side now. I'm also going to apply a little bit to my Cupid's bow. Now I'm going to apply my mattifying primer just on my nose and my cheeks and my forehead. Now I'm going to go in with my Makeup Forever HD foundation in Y205. So now I'm going to go in with my Bobbi Brown color corrector in Porcelain Peach, and I'm going to color correct under my eyes and on top of them as well. Now I'm going to go in and set that very lightly with some Makeup Forever HD setting powder, because I don't want any flashbacks, so I'm not going to use a ton of product. So now, since I said I'm going for that really glowy look, you can still kind of see the Maybelline that I applied, but I'm going to go in with my Fiona Stiles palette, and I'm going to go in with that same brush that I used for the powder, and I'm going to go into the second lightest shade, the more peach tone, and I'm going to sweep this across the places that I want to highlight as well. It's funny because the darkest shade in this palette is almost a bronzer for me. And just a little bit on the tip of my nose and my Cupid's bow. I like these highlighters because they're not too glittery, but they give the skin like a nice glow. Shadow. So I'm going to clean off this brush, and then I'm going to go into my Metal Matte Palette, and I'm going to contour. Since I'm so pale, the shade Suede in the Metal Matte Palette is a perfect contour shade for me, so I'm just going to pick up a little bit on my brush and go into the hollows of my cheeks. And just, I don't want to contour too much, but just a little bit, and then bring it down here too. Now I'm going to do my nose, and to do that I like to take this eyeliner brush from e.l.f. And I go into the same shade in the Kat Von D Metal Matte Palette. So I go a little bit inside and obviously it looks a little crazy right now, but I'm gonna blend it out. And then I make a little like 7. I'm going to do that on the other side as well. And I also do a little bit down here. And now I just take my finger and I blend it downwards. And then I go back in with my sponge that has a little bit of foundation on it still. And I go back over that. Or on the edges, not the top. So now I'm going to do my brows, and I'm using the Fiona Stiles pencil in Blonde Ash. I start at the end and work my way forwards because I want that part to be the darkest. And I usually focus on the edges and then fill in the middle a little bit lighter. But not too much, like you don't want it to be noticeable. Then I go back and fill in any spots I missed the first time. And now I'm going to do my other brow. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on to my eyes. For my eyes, I really want my blue to really pop. So I made a video about that previously. If you want to watch that, I'll put the link in the description. Just generally, for me, I'm going to pick more golden shades, darker than my skin tone. But since I want it to look natural, I'm not going to pick them to be too dark. So first I'm going to use this EcoTools angled contour eye brush. And I'm going to take the two matte shades in my Smashbox palette, kick off some of the excess, and I'm just going to go into my crease as my transition shade. And I'm going to bring it kind of a lot over to my nose because my eyes are kind of set farther apart and I don't want them to look that way, and that kind of helps me in that situation. So I don't know if you can see that, but I definitely can. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker shade. I'm going to go in with this oak shade from my Kat Von D palette. And I'm going to go in with this Pro Domed Crease 16 brush from Sephora. It's a little bit smaller than the one I was using earlier, and it's more densely packed. It'll give you more of a precise application. But I'm going to mix the oak shade with the darker matte shade in the Smashbox palette. This oak shade is like really pigmented, so I only want a little bit. I also have this piece of toilet paper because I don't want it to go down into this little hollow of my eye and draw my eyes downwards, so I'm going to keep this placed right here as I blend. And kind of also just draw it down. Now I'm going to do that for the other eye. Now I'm just going to take my finger and go into the second shade in my Smashbox palette. It's a golden shade, golden brown, and I'm going to apply that to my lid. That kind of made it look a little muddy, so I'm going to go back in with this flat e.l.f. brush and take a little bit of this oak again. And I'm going to make sure to use this. Now I'm going to go in with this brush that I used earlier from the EcoTools, and I'm just going to fix this side because this side is way darker. So I'm just going to blend it out. And I'm going to blend out this side as well. Now I'm going to take this gold shade, this from Maybelline, this cream shadow that I used on my cheeks, and I'm going to put this in the middle of my eye. And I'm going to take this brush that I used to contour earlier, and I'm going to go under my eyes. So now for my lips, I'm going to go in with this Beautifique Dusty Rose shade, and I'm going to line my lips. And now I'm going to take my finger and I'm kind of going to blend it out. So now I'm going to use this Bobbi Brown lip color in the shade Blondie Pink 64. And I like applying this with a lip brush because I want it to last long. It kind of like works it into your lip more. And now I'm going to blot and reapply. And I'm going to blot. And then I'm done with my lips. So now I'm going to apply my blush. I'm going to use this, I don't even know what it is, but it's a contour brush. And my Tarte Paaarty blush. This is really pigmented, so I don't want to apply too much on accident because I just want it to look pretty natural. So I start over here and then I drag it down. I'm going to do the other side. And now I'm going to apply my mascara and now I'm going to apply some mascara. I'm going to try and get some fake lashes for the actual day, but I had gotten some, but then I realized that the eyelash glue had formaldehyde and my eyes are so sensitive I knew they would not handle that well. So I'm just going to go ahead for now and apply this Physicians Formula mascara. And now I'm going to go in with this wet liner brush and this Synergy shade in the Kat Von D palette. And I'm just going to line my eyes with that. I wait until after I do my mascara because sometimes I get mascara on my eyes, and this way it'll smudge it out for me. And this is the final look. So let me know what you think. I really want to hear constructive criticism in ways that I could improve it, because this was my first run for my makeup look for the wedding and I want it to turn out really good, so I appreciate any feedback. If you want to watch the video I talked about earlier about how to make your eyes eye color pop, you can click here. If you want to watch my foundation review on the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation that I used in this video, you can click here. Thank you for watching. Bye.